Alright guys, in this video I want to share with you the 5 tips if you're thinking about moving to Cancun or Mexico in general. So the first tip I can give you is to visit first. Now what I mean by that is stay for a couple days in the place you're thinking of moving to. For instance, when I came to Mexico, I stayed in Playa for a week, I stayed in Tulum for a week, I stayed in Holbox for a couple days, I stayed in like 4 or 5 different cities for a couple days. I actually stayed in Playa del Carmen first. I was there for about, I don't know, 5 or 6 months, but then I ended up coming to Cancun and I ended up liking more in Cancun a little bit more. So in order to do that, I would book an Airbnb. I actually booked a hostel. I enjoyed that more. I got to talk to more visitors. I got to find out more inside scoops on the city. So stay at a hostel, stay at an Airbnb so you can visit first for cheap. The next thing you want to do is find out where you want to live. And what I did is I used Facebook Marketplace to help me find places. So if you look around Cancun, there's a bunch of places available here. For instance, here you can find places available for $200 to $600. Here you can find places for $400 to $2,000 places, and over here they're anywhere between $500 to $5,000 places. So it really just depends on what you're looking for. Here's the downtown center, here's the newer areas like the Huayacan, but then over here there's a little bit cheaper areas just a little bit further. You kind of do need a car if you want to live in this part. It is hard to travel. That's why I ended up picking the center, because it's the cheapest and it's easiest to get around without having to have your own car. And obviously you can check the filters by how big a space you need, by bedrooms, bathrooms, the type of place you're looking for, all the other stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Now, the other thing you need to do is make sure that your phone carrier allows you to receive calls. Now, you can either do that with your traditional phone carrier, whoever you have right now, or you can just use like Google Voice. I did that for a while, but I would always miss my calls. So what I typically do is just go back to the States and renew my phone service with another provider or with the one I had before. Now, the next thing you want to do is verify with your bank and let them know you'll be traveling outside the country, because obviously if you're still receiving money, taking money out, you need to let them know you'll have that. Now, what I did after a couple months of having to pay a lot of fees and international fees is I actually switched to Revolut with them. I'm able to use my card that they give me locally with local money and take money out anytime I need to, and then I can always deposit money from my American bank to my Revolut account. It makes it very simple. I'll leave a link for you to check them out. And last, and probably one of the most important things, you need to have a job. If you're able to work overseas, you're able to work freelance, just do it, because you can live a lot cheaper here than anywhere else, especially in the States. Otherwise, if you want to find a job here, you will need to have, I think it's called the FM3 visa, or you will need to have some sort of Mexican documentation, or you have to work under the table, like getting paid cash for, like, I don't know, waiting tables or doing sales or something like that. But if you have any other questions, let me know in the comments. All right, thanks.